Here's Erika Kirk in some crappy CIA country music band video. Do you remember how Trump was going to drain the swamp?
She got a butterfly tat on the back of her, you know where.
Ron, Erika, Burnett, Sydney. You got this. Oh, there they are. Deal.
So people are looking at Erika Kirk completely differently after newly resurfaced photos of her showed her living it up in New York City in the years before she became Mrs. Erika Kirk. And what's making these photos hit harder is that Erika has publicly positioned herself as the most religious, traditional Christian woman in the world for the last few years. And in the last few years since Charlie died, she's really ramped up the messaging. It's like everything she does is geared towards selling a particular image online, while simultaneously denying parts of her past life that don't align with her current self. And it's not even the rebrand that people really have an issue with. It's the idea that to a lot of people, Erika never actually changed. She just repackaged herself into a different aesthetic because that was what was required of her for the next phase of her career. Not just that, but now people are starting to wonder if Charlie ever really knew the real Erika, not just the version she put together to appeal to conservative America. Because with these resurfaced photos, some details are jumping out that make the entire situation even stranger.
So Erika Kirk actually had 2 boyfriends within the 5 years before meeting Charlie Kirk. So why lie about this? Before we talk about the 2 boyfriends, let's watch this clip where Erika Kirk is lying to us.
So Erika went viral again recently for the wrong reason, after an old photo resurfaced on Twitter out of nowhere. And the reason people reacted so strongly is because this wasn't the kind of image most people expected to see connected to somebody who spent years attached to Charlie Kirk's very polished conservative image. Because this wasn't Erika at a fundraiser, a church event, or standing beside Charlie at some political conference. It was an older photo of her sitting in a car wearing a fur coat over a tight mini dress, fully glammed up with bright red nails, heavy makeup, and a completely different energy from the public image people got used to seeing. The account that reposted the image on Twitter only made things worse after they added the caption, "Erika Kirk used to be a freak." And from the reaction underneath that post, you could tell people were absolutely losing their minds over it. Some people were laughing, some were genuinely shocked, and others were digging through old posts trying to see what else might be floating around online. And that's when the entire conversation around Erika started shifting in a way nobody really expected, because suddenly those New York City photos didn't feel random to people anymore. Now, what really made people lose their minds over this resurfaced photo wasn't even the picture itself, because honestly, for a young woman living an active social life in New York City, none of that would normally shock people that much. The fur coat, the glam, the nightlife energy, that's not exactly rare in NYC. The reason people reacted the way they did is because Erika spent years presenting herself as the complete opposite of that image publicly. And once people started remembering some of her older interviews, the entire thing started feeling way more complicated. And now people are looking back at those statements completely differently, because the energy in this viral photo feels so far away from the image she carefully built back then, especially since she made it sound like that lifestyle genuinely didn't appeal to her at all. In her interview with CBS, Erika talked about living in New York City and claimed she barely dated during that chapter of her life. According to her, she hated the culture around partying, casual dating, and what she described as meaningless social scenes. And what really stood out to people was the way she framed it. She talked about girls around her, including an old roommate, like they were wasting time chasing shallow experiences and empty relationships. Erika made herself sound completely disconnected from that world, almost like she saw herself above it morally. Take a listen.
When I lived out here, I was here for 5 years. I never dated here because I saw vicariously through my roommate how terrible it was. Somehow getting drinks was the replacement of having coffee and breakfast.
Meanwhile, that resurfaced photo of her in full glam was apparently taken around the same time period. So now people online are basically comparing 2 versions of Erika side by side. And honestly, a lot of people don't believe she ever really changed from that party girl lifestyle. Now, this is the part where the conversation around Erika really started turning ugly online, because people saw all of this as her hypocrisy playing out in real time. That leaked car photo was only the beginning. After it went viral, more old pictures started to resurfacing, showing Erika in environments that looked completely different from the strict, ultra-spiritual image she later built publicly. And once people realized there were multiple photos instead of just one isolated picture, the tone online shifted fast, because people started noticing a pattern. In several of the resurfaced posts, Erika allegedly used captions that felt way more flirtatious and provocative than anything people expected from the woman who later spoke about avoiding worldly behavior and shallow nightlife culture. culture. And honestly, that contrast is what really fueled the backlash. Now here's where things got even messier. Remember how Erika previously claimed she basically avoided dating while living in New York City? Well, that statement came back to haunt her almost immediately after clips from an old reality dating show started circulating online again. And people were stunned because the footage showed Erika doing the exact opposite of the image she later described in interviews. In those clips, she's reportedly seen meeting different men at bars, socializing, drinking, flirting, and fully participating in the same NYC dating culture she would later act like she wanted no part of. She also had multiple boyfriends, including her ex, Little League baseball player Tyler JT Massey, who she talked about like he was the best thing since sliced bread. There's even this clip floating around of the both of them auditioning for a reality TV show and acting all flirty with each other.
Really handsome.
You look gorgeous. Are you fixing my... Got a little bacon. Babe, that's deep in there. Give them a cleavage? People want cleavage. Showcase it.
Sells, babe.
Sells. That's
Even
me.
that's against our religion.
Now everyone's asking how much of Erika's public persona was actually genuine, because the more old content people dig up, the harder it's becoming for some viewers to reconcile these two completely different versions of her. Of course, once all those old clips, photos, and interviews started getting stitched together online, it didn't take long for people to start openly calling Erika a hypocrite. Because the way they see it, it would have been easier if Erika had simply admitted she used to live differently before becoming more religious and conservative. Most people understand personal growth, changing your lifestyle, changing your values, or walking away from a phase of your life that no longer fits who you are. But that's not how Erika presented herself publicly at all. People feel uncomfortable because they think she didn't just leave that lifestyle behind. She later started talking about people who still lived that way like they were shallow, morally lost, or beneath her. And now that these older photos and clips are resurfacing, people are basically saying she became the exact type of person she once implied she never was. One person straight up called Erika a fraud, writing, "Erika Kirk is the biggest fraud and was planted to discredit the entire right wing. She encourages everything feminists encourage, and she pathologically lies endlessly. It's pathetic." Another viral comment took the conversation in a completely different direction and implied Erika may have abandoned that old NYC lifestyle because she saw more opportunity in becoming a conservative trad wife figure instead. That person wrote, "I truly believe she is sad that her gift requires that she is a boring trad. Used to be fun." And honestly, you could tell those comments hit a nerve because suddenly people weren't just debating the leaked photos anymore. They started questioning Erika's entire public identity, her marriage, and even whether the persona she built around Charlie Kirk was always more strategic than authentic. And now it's gotten to a point where people are no longer just asking what Erika was hiding about her past. They're asking why she worked so hard to hide it in the first place. Because the transformation feels almost too dramatic to ignore. How do you go from Miss Arizona energy, nightlife photos, and reality dating shows to suddenly becoming one of the most visible conservative Christian wives in mega circles almost overnight? And once people started laying everything out side by side, that's when the grifter accusations really exploded. Now, some people online are straight up claiming Erika is less of a genuine political figure and more of an actress playing whatever role benefits her most in the moment. According to that theory, she simply adapts herself to fit the next stage of her career. And honestly, that suspicion only grew stronger after people noticed how quickly Erika started appearing in powerful political spaces after Charlie's death. What's even worse is how some people online genuinely believe Charlie saw the relationship as a real love story and fully believed Erika was the love of his life. But now, some people are now pushing the theory that marrying Charlie Kirk may have been part of a long-term rebrand all along. And the worst part for Erika is that people are still digging. Because the truth is, there may be even more old footage and deleted posts floating around that haven't surfaced yet.